How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is another New York Giants news and updates video for week number 6 of the NFL season. Not a lot of good news circulating around the organization right now, but I'll try and find some good news out there. Before I hop in today's video, the giveaway is still on for the Devin Bush autograph rookie card. Check out this tweet on my Twitter for all the rules and how to get yourself this card. No purchase necessary, of course. This is 3 of only 5 made with the purple border. This could be yours. Just check out this tweet for all information. I just want to start off this video by saying we are definitely going through a rough patch as an organization right now as it stands. Not a lot of positivity going around after that loss to Minnesota. Going into Minnesota, we were riding really high. 2 consecutive wins, looking good on offense. Our defense was looking very good. We were going against a team with disgruntled wide receivers. And we leave the game against Minnesota with a banged up team and a disgruntled wide receiver by the seams of our own. But before I get into that seemingly disgruntled wide receiver, just going to quickly go over the quite honestly lengthy injury report for the Giants at this point in the season. First and foremost, if you haven't heard, here you go. Sterling Shepard has been put back into concussion protocol. This is his second concussion in 5 weeks. Not a good look for both Shepard himself and the NFL as a whole. I mean, he seemingly evaded the doctors once again. He was banged up on a play where he went out of bounds. His helmet was completely turned sideways. He was looking out of his ear hole. And he gets back into the game again. Yeah, he's going to be missing some serious time, this being his second concussion now in like I said, 5 weeks. He's going to be out for some time, so not very good as far as that goes. In addition to him, Wayne Gallman as well also has been put into concussion protocol. Both of these guys obviously are not going to be anywhere near the field for this coming Thursday's game against the Patriots. It's going to be tough. It's time to look toward maybe the practice squad for a replacement for Sterling Shepard at this point. I know there's been rumors going around about potentially bringing back Benny Fowler or TJ Jones. I'm such a big fan of this kid we have, Devin Sills, the fifth. Out of West Virginia. He's a huge, tall, fast wide receiver. He just needs an opportunity, and I really think if we brought him up rather than bringing someone back in, that would be very valuable experience for him. And lastly, for the guys that did not participate in any fashion in practice yesterday, perhaps our best offensive player to this point in the season, Evan ENGRAM, is injured. Looks like he did miss some time towards the end of the game with a knee tweak. That's what it was labeled. He's currently listed as questionable for the game on Thursday. But this is just another one where he's such a valuable asset, and we're going into a game where I'm not sure if we could be full staffed and get a win. I don't want to sound negative, but all of these guys just need some time to recuperate and lick their wounds at this point. On a positive note, we did have a few guys that were limited in practice, so at least they were out on the field. First of which is Saquon Barkley. I'm going to get more into that Saquon Barkley situation in a moment here in regards to Thursday's game. But for now, second, Lorenzo Carter. He was also limited in practice. He's been battling that neck injury. Again, with the neck, just taking your time. Head and neck, back, anything like that is so debilitating. Take your time, especially with guys like O'Shane Ximines and Marcus Golden doing a very good job in the pass rush game at the outside linebacker position, so definitely take your time on coming back. Next up, Alec Ogletree was also limited. He's trying to recuperate from that hamstring injury that he sustained against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Obviously, the middle of the field, our interior linebackers, has been a huge struggle at this point in the season. Next is Nate Solder. Was banged up last game against the Minnesota Vikings. Funny enough, it's an ankle injury. Probably all those spin moves that he was getting put on him damaged that ankle for him. regardless, he is our best option at this point. Hopefully he is ready to go on Thursday when he faces his former team. And then lastly, of the guys that were limited, Josiah Tawaefa, the inside linebacker that actually made quite a few nice plays against Minnesota. He was also injured, and obviously he was only brought up as a backup role because of all the injuries that we've had to Ogletree, Davis, Connolly, and now we have him going down. He was limited also with a knee injury. Hopefully nothing serious there, and he'll be ready to go come this Thursday. So I guess to finish off this injury report, I do have some positive news. Tay Davis has been taken out of concussion protocol. He was full gear at practice yesterday. Hopefully nearing a return because we absolutely need some help. Did he look great early on in the season when he was starting alongside Alec Ogletree? No. But at this point, interior linebacker is a huge need. We're getting beat in coverage, run support. Mayo and Stupar and Tawaefa, they were really trying, but at some point, the talent catches up. You can only hustle for so long, and it just did not look good against Minnesota. So some good news in regards to Davis. So as I said already, we are very banged up on both sides of the ball at this point. And later in this week, tomorrow, I will be posting my top 5 things to watch for in Thursday's game, Patriots versus Giants. And then the day of the game on Thursday, I will be posting my full game preview and predictions. But before that, just to address some of the articles and things coming out about Saquon Barkley, as much as I would love him to come back on Thursday and put on a great performance against the Patriots in prime time, we're just beat up right now. Potentially, well, without question, we're going to be without Sterling Shepard and Wayne Gallman, no question. Evan Engram may not be playing either. And then just a slew of guys that are potentially going to be out on the defensive side of the ball. It is going to be an extremely tough game. And, I don't want to sound negative, but it's really going to be tough as it is to come out of Foxborough with a win, let alone with all these injuries. So now, I get it, the superhuman recovery of Barkley, maybe he is 100%. But the way I'm really looking at it, it'd be one thing if we beat Minnesota. If we're on a 3-game win streak, tied for first with 3-2 with Dallas and Philadelphia, that'd be completely different. But as it stands right now, we are 2-3. We are by no means out of the division. I mean, as I said, Dallas and Philly are only 3-2. But given the current circumstances, going up against a Patriots team that's just ruthless at this point, my personal opinion, we should give Saquon Barkley one more week, that extended week, seeing as how we play Thursday. That gives him Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the full week to kind of recover for week 7. I mean, like I said, I'd love to see him go out there and shred that Patriots defense and put on a show. But at this point, we got to look towards the future. If he is 100%, I mean, that's coaches and player discretion. I know Barkley, the guy that he is, he wants to be out there on the big stage. But sometimes as a coach, you got to reel a player back in, look at the current situation. Like I said, by no means are we out of the division race. We're 2-3. They are 3-2. We are still in this with division games left. We still have another game against Dallas, another game against Washington, and 2 games against the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFC East is always tight, always down to the end, so we just have to hold out. And like I said, in my personal opinion, we give Barkley one more week. And now just going to look through a couple of headlines in regards to the Giants that came out this week. First of all, coming out of the Minnesota game, there were rumors circulating based on a post-game press conference given by Golden Tate that he was unhappy in his current role with the Giants. So now, unlike Stephon Diggs, Golden Tate, when given an opportunity to clarify his statements with the media, did just that. To clear things up, he just said that he was obviously frustrated out of the game. He didn't expect such a lack of production, 3 catches for 15 yards. And basically just said that, yeah, it's frustrating, but it's not like I want to go anywhere. I just want to be more involved in the offense going forward, which is completely understandable. I was honestly shocked at the lack of production that he had, the lack of targets that he had. Going into the game, I mean, he was motivated, coming off a suspension that he feels he didn't deserve. I really thought he was going to show out, and that's why one of my bold predictions was he'd have over 100 yards in that ball game. Obviously not even close. At one point I thought he might have been injured. Hopefully going into this Patriots game, especially with all the other injuries, he's a more intricate part of this offensive game. And lastly, just to wrap things up, one article that I did find pretty comical. Did Bill Belichick want Daniel Jones as Tom Brady's heir to the throne? A report came out earlier this week that Bill Belichick indeed speculated, played with the idea of Daniel Jones potentially being the heir to Tom Brady's throne. It's just funny, as a Giants fan, knowing that we could have potentially taken someone off the board for not only a division rival in Washington, but also the New England Patriots. It's just funny that all of a sudden, now that Daniel Jones has showed that, he can play the game, he's a great, I don't say great yet, he's a very good young quarterback. All these guys start coming out of the woodwork saying that, oh, I would have taken him, or, over the guy that we have now, I would have taken him, in regards to Jay Gruden, who apparently didn't want Dwayne Haskins. He was more favorable towards Daniel Jones. Just all of a sudden, everyone's coming out. Obviously, us Giants fans were very critical at the beginning, and no one else was really saying anything. But now, all of a sudden, everyone was real high on Daniel Jones. And say what you want about the Patriots. Obviously, as a Giants fan, I do not like the Patriots. But Bill Belichick, at the end of the day, is, without question, the greatest football mind of all time. He brought us 2 Super Bowls when he was on the coaching staff with us back in the 80s and 90s. What can you say wrong about the guy? When Bill Belichick wants somebody, there is a very good reason, and he's usually right. And the same goes for when he doesn't want somebody. When he doesn't want somebody and he sends them packing, there is usually a very good reason. And it's proven time and time again. When someone leaves the Patriots because Bill Belichick didn't want to re-sign them, wherever they go, they are not nearly as successful as when they were there. But anyway, I'm going to stop kissing his butt. That's all I got for you guys today. All we can do is just buckle up our chin straps, go into Foxborough, put on a hard-fought battle. Not sure what to expect at this point. I'm still going to be looking into some of the stats, and I'll give you that full game preview and prediction, as I said, on Thursday. We have a very tough game ahead. But have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.